Alright, so batch processing in Photoshop can save you a ton of time, and it's really easy to do. So first of all you need is an action, and if you don't have one, we'll show you how to get one real fast. So say you're doing black and white pictures to give to a client, and instead of doing every single one, you just want to have Photoshop do it all for you. So you can create a new action here. If you don't see the actions panel, it might look like this. Click that little arrow. If you still don't see it, go to Windows and then hit the actions right here, and that'll show up. So you have your actions panel, and the first thing you want to do is create a new action. It's that little button right there, and you can name it whatever you want, and you can put it in whatever set you want. I'm going to put it in My Actions, and this is just a shortcut key. Say you want to push F10 to use this action, go ahead and put one right there, and then hit record. Now whatever you do on the computer, it's going to record the action. So let's make this black and white. We'll just do it the real easy way, and then say you wanted to add some more contrast. We'll go into curves, we'll just hit OK. So now you have a basic action, and if it looks good, then make sure you save the file, and this is important for the batch editing. So just save as. You can save it on the desktop, it really doesn't matter where you save it. And so I like to save mine as a JPEG. Save it whatever format you want, and then just hit save. Make sure you have the settings how you want them, and then hit OK. So now after you've saved, you're going to hit stop recording, and now you have an action. And to make this work with batch processing, all you're going to do is go to Automate and Batch. Now right here you're going to pick your action out of the set you want. It's under My Actions, mine's black and white, and then you're going to pick the source folder. So I recommend just using 5 pictures in a folder and then just testing to see if your action worked out alright. So choose a folder that you'd like. You can suppress warnings here. I usually just do the suppress color profile, and you can pick your destination folder. So you can just pick wherever you want the folders to end, the pictures to end up. So I usually make a separate folder, and you can actually make one in here, make a new folder, and then what's important, you have to click this Override Action Save As command, and that'll just save the picture automatically, or else you'll have to name every single picture. So you can pick how you want to name it right here. You can put a custom name and a number, and then the extension, and then that's just an example of how it will show up. And then just hit OK, and Photoshop will do the rest. Now, another useful tip, if you want to use that action just in normal editing and you don't want to save it every time, you can just unclick the little check mark next to save, and then when you run the action it won't ask you to save it, or it won't save it automatically. It'll just do the action. But make sure you always have save when you're doing batch editing, and if you already have an action that you want to use batch editing for, you can just hit Alt and then drag the save and put it under, say, teeth whitening. Now I have the save command under teeth whitening, and when I do batch editing, it'll save it automatically for me. If you don't hit Alt, it'll just move it from black and white to the other one. So make sure you hit Alt, or it'll just take it away from the current action. And then once again, if you don't want to do batch editing with it, you can just unclick it, or delete it. And that's how you batch edit in Photoshop.